Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to SnowRunner. Geez, it's been a hot second since we covered this. I had a look at it in its early release and MudRunner before it, but being that Focus is having a big sale at the moment, I thought this was a good opportunity to come back to it. We're having a look at the Steam build, so this is a totally fresh save for me. I think I was on Epic Store previously, and there's been so much DLC and seasonal content added. I'm not necessarily going to go into that almost more end game stuff, because from what I recall following some of the early seasons, the maps actually ramp very hard, and you get almost entirely flooded areas that are sort of expecting that you've unlocked a bunch of the trucks and sort of earlier game stuff. So coming in from the very beginning and then working your way through the seasonal content like I'm about to do is the sensible entry point for a new player. But you know, if you've been away from it and you're thinking about coming back to it, yeah, it's probably worth having a look at, seeing as a lot of their seasonal stuff does cater to the sweatier veterans, right? It's a value add to people that probably have already clocked the crap out of the game. Anyway, so SnowRunner, what is this? MudRunner came before, and that was a little bit more of a proof of concept in a way, and this is the fully realized open world version. But essentially, you're driving around in a whole assortment of trucks and trying to solve these problems across regions that have infrastructure issues or flooding or damage and need repairs, or just simple delivery missions. But essentially it's like an open world trucker game. But the always interesting thing is that you can build up the infrastructure through solving missions. Examples would be like bridges locking off accessibility to certain areas until you deliver all the resources to build them. And it has a very sophisticated driving model when it comes to interacting with mud and water and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, brilliant game. New Game Plus? What is even that? I don't know. Okay, but we're just going to go campaign. They've got a New Game Plus? Sure. But that boggles my mind, to be honest, given the amount of content in all the seasons. Anyway. Okay, so Michigan. That's right, there's multiple areas. There's like a Russia area, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, cool. Thank you for joining our recovery and maintenance effort after the devastating flood. We need all the help that we can to repair the bridge that's collapsed. Okay, so we're tutorializing a little bit, which is pretty cool. Off we go. Can we see much in the world map? We can't see anything. Oh, that's right. There's a bit of an Assassin's Creed watchtower sort of thing. So yeah, just this one instance map is humongous, and I believe that within Michigan, there's a bunch of joined maps. So you can, to get to other ones, you have to drive off the edge of this map to find the access point. Well, here you go, global map. Yeah, so there you go. So there's 4 maps here. And then you've got Alaska and Tamir are the other 2 main core regions. And then these are all DLC added stuff, of which there are so many. And some of them, God, it's been a while, but some of them have really unique mission structures to them. There was one where you have to carry these giant truck-sized generators around from region to region and use them to set up a base and plug in, and have an electricity minigame. Oh, that's right, handbrake. Now we can turn all-wheel drive on, which we want to do. The gearbox is it's not strictly manual. Oh look, it's going to explain it here. You can set it to low gear. When driving on rough terrain, you can switch to low gear. It'll slow you down, but it will lower risk of getting stuck, right? So there is just all-out auto, which runs through your normal gears. You have to shift into reverse as well, but you can put it into lower gear so as to, well, as explained, not get stuck. Your truck is all-wheel drive compatible. It will help in tough terrain, but it will increase fuel consumption, which honestly is not really a big problem. You can refuel easily enough. So if we go over there and put it in low, you can't really go super fast. You should get off low gear when you're on normal terrain. Yeah, so I can't really shift out of that. So if I put it back into auto, see we've got 5 gears in the gearbox now. it's so good. So these little smaller sort of trucks and utes, you just generally use to explore the map a bit more, because there's unlockables and missions and watchtowers and spare parts. You know, when you're less mission focused. There's a damage model as well, and it's pretty aggressive too. So you got to be careful when you get onto highways like this and you step her out into full speed and then run into something. You can total your car pretty easily. And then, you know, there'll be like missions where you have to rescue vehicles, and I think maybe you can claim them for yourselves, but you have to drag them out of a bog, and then you'll end up with a whole bog inception. You've got to drag out your bogged truck that got bogged dragging out the bogged truck. Reading the terrain, you'll encounter different kinds. Oh god, it's so good coming back to this. It's been a while. Different kinds of terrain such as road, dirt, mud, deep water, water, rocky slides, snow, and ice. That only the most, and you can upgrade and trick out all of your car parts and your tires and everything. Most experienced drivers with well-equipped vehicles can drive on any kind of terrain. When in doubt, there's no shame in avoiding danger. You can have a look at terrain types in the codex. All right, let's have a look. Reading terrain. Oh yeah, cargo. Oh, like we got little sub areas. Navigation. Anyway, that's cool. It's good that that's all in there. One thing we do want to check is find a watchtower. Oh, there it is there. So I think if you right trigger, I still remember it. So it'll just draw a straight line. So if I wanted to actually navigate, you can make this sort of little waypoint model like that, you know? Which is pretty Gucci. It's pretty cool once you get your head around it. You can refuel here or any vehicle that may potentially carry fuel. Refueling is free, as are repairs. And you might go, well, Scarlet, why is that? What's the point of having refueling? Because if you're long hauling cargo, because you can even quick travel reset your car to garages and that, but you can't move cargo that way. So there's no shortcuts. So if you are driving cargo over a long distance, oh god, let's shift down here. You are going to run out of fuel, well, you need to rescue that cargo from the trade truck or whatever. If you're stuck, you can use the winch. Right, so let's show that off, right? So essentially, you go into this mode, attach winch, that's right, okay, so you choose your anchor point, and if we were to go like that, and then Y. High damage. Hang on. Press Y to... Why are you telling me to press Y? Oh, okay, right, you got to get out of that menu. There you go, sorry. Look at that, you can use your little winch. You got to be careful because you pull the trees over and then you create a whole bloody... that goes wild, man. You run out of trees and your truck's stuck in a bog and you're like, oh god, what do I do now? Yeah, so all I was getting at is you have to plan your trips ahead, and I wouldn't say it's common, but you might have scenarios where you have to like tow vehicles. Like even you might be going up a slide like this with a truck with heavy load, and it's sort of getting bogged, and then you go and bring in another tow truck or whatever to tow your truck up the rest of the way of the hill. So a lot of it can be about compounding problems and trying to get yourself out of it. It's so good, and I think you can play all this co-op as well, which is wild. Good job, you got a watchtower, it'll show you some things. Oh, look at this, we got a bloody Assassin's Creed video. Right. Discovering watchtowers reveal the map. Alright. Pressing, you can place markers. We figured that out already. Cool. Find the truck. Means down here. I don't know, we might actually be able to cross country down here. And then, like, you know, run the road all the way down here and dogleg back up to here. That seems like a good plan. Perfect. Oh man, Game of Kings. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't check how much, but yeah, it should be on deep sale at the moment. For the weekend, I think. Absolutely worth getting. Sliding around all over the place, okay. Come on, baby. Keep going. Oos! New truck, let's go. Buying and unlocking upgrades and trucks is actually very expensive with the in-game currency, so you can't really go nuts with it. You have to really think about what you do. It is quite a grind, but that's part of the appeal. You found your first highway truck. This truck is designed for roads, so there are no off-road options included. Try not to fall into the swamp or drive into deep mud with it. You can find out more about type of trucks from the codex. Let's have a look, actually. Drive vehicles and upgrades. Truck storage, heavy duty. Oh, here you go. Step above your typical road truck. Okay, cool. Truck types. Ooh. Number of different truck. Well, that's a bit vague, isn't it? So, is it just called a road truck? Yeah, it might just be called a heavy. I'm not sure. We'll find out when we get into it. So, there we go. So what you can do is go into this sort of menu mode with D-pad up. And I believe you can go change truck. There you go. Good, it's not the best truck for the job, but that will have to do. The company Steel River Township is waiting for you to repair the bridge. You can find contracts in the map menu. So you can see here, Steel River Township, and this is going to get 1 billion missions over time. Some contracts are locked. You can check the details of the contract and find out how to unlock them, right? But for now, this is it. To complete this, you need to do 2 objectives. They have to be done in order. Let's accept the contract. Okay. Additional markers have appeared. One in town storage facility. You'll be able to pick up the required cargo. The marking near the broken bridge indicates delivery location, right? So you can see that we need to deliver metal beams ×1 and then wooden planks ×2. So for now, we'll do the metal beams. And we need to go into this town storage here, which is sort of a location that, well, funnily enough, you can store materials at and draw them from. But things like the lumber mill, you can go here for those wood planks. It will generate wood planks. You just bring an empty truck and you go to the deposit area and you don't buy them, there's no currency, but you create them and generate them, right? But again, because it's all logistics and transport based, you have to physically go there. That's your currency. Your currency is transport labor, in a way. Now ready to repair the bridge, let's bloody go. Turn off the handbrake. You can see we don't have all-wheel drive in this thing. Oh, geez, bit of a hitch there. Oh yeah, let's go. What I was looking for, you can change camera angles when you have trailers on. And there's a whole lot of customization. You can change, like the tray on this, we could customize and change to all sorts of different things. you know, oops, vehicle damaged. And I think show damage. Okay, there you go. But I believe you can move the camera when you've got a trailer on. Like, you can put the camera on the trailer, because you quite often are going to have to do some nuanced steering and maneuvering. I'm not using the map because, well, I don't want to talk too soon, but I can kind of remember this area. Should be able to go in this alley here. Cargo management. Here we go. You can see that you can cycle through whatever you've got. In this case, it's steel. There are a couple of ways to load selected cargo. Automatic loading provides a simple and fast way of loading without the use of a crane. Oh yeah, right, manual stuff, because like logging is a whole thing as well. So you can get, well, at least in the first game, in MudRunner, right, there was big focus on manipulating logs and placing them manually onto trailers. Oh, it's been so long. So we're going to place this. So it's hard to tell, but it actually see the truck says 0 out of 2, and then we'll load. The truck takes 2 cargo slots, but metal beams, one of them takes the 2 slots. You can see here, it's like long. It's, if you want to think of it in terms of 1 times 2 sort of thing. Whereas like the wood pellets we'll get later, you'll see you can get 2 in. They're half the size. You may attach trailers found out in the wilds. Use them to your liking. Now, the thing with trailers, and there's one there, is they have cargo often in them already. Attach a trailer, right? Now, where are we? We're over here. If I mouse over this trailer, so there's a flatbed semi, which we won't have the connect. See, sideboard trailer. The way that they connect. For this, you'll need, God, what's it called? You'll need an actual proper connector on the back of your truck. You can see there it's got 2 different cargo types in it. It looks like it might have wood planks, but it's got a box or something. It's not really what we want, to be honest. It's not what we want, not what we need right now. And it probably doesn't translate. Well, it definitely doesn't translate through video, but this thing is sluggish as. Like, you can really feel the weight of the steel beams that got put in it. And essentially, we're just going to run back the way we came. Oh my god. The reaction is wild. Go, baby, go. We'll go stick these on the bridge. Oh man, it's cool to be playing this. The bridge is here. Cargo management, unload. Nice. If you've never seen this before, it's such a unique way of doing these sort of games. Bridge is on its way, but it's not there yet. To complete it, you got to deliver another portion of cargo, right? So, again, checking the mission, you can see here. 2 wooden planks, right? And it's giving us some options. The mission marker has this, so that trailer probably has planks in it already. Or, as we said before, we can go to the lumber mill and just load them into this, which probably makes the most sense, to be honest. So off we go. The other day, I need to look into it more. Oops. But, I think they've announced their next game after this. Expeditions, I think it was called, which really excites me. It's more about, like, setting up outposts out bush. Still, you know, driving and that. But, yeah, it's more about going on sort of longer expeditions, which is really cool. Now, do we want to go down? Probably wanted to go down this path back here. I don't know how I feel about taking this truck up this path. Let's give it a go, though. Let's see how we go. Oh, I already don't like it. And the thing is, like, the way, if you're sitting there and spin your wheels, you will bog, you will damage the ground even more and just muddy it up. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Oh, yeah. Go, girl. Very good. Come on. Alright. So let's go into the yard and we'll load. I think this will work fine. There you go. Exactly what I was talking about, right? Loading manually, I'm not sure why. There'll be a reason for loading manually, but it's not apparent right now. I can't remember. But look at that. We can load up 2 of them. So we've got 2 spots. Oh, man. Oh, there goes your fence, sorry. And then exploring all the little pathways and areas, there's all sorts of cool things to be unlocked. So there's a lot of different ways to play it. You know, mountain goating in a small all-terrain vehicle to find. You know, you'll find parts hidden away, like essentially like collectibles, but the only way to then, I think, buy them, like have them available to buy in a garage, is if you've unlocked them on the world map already. So this is the turn that we probably should have taken originally. Again, after all these years, I still sort of remember the path. Oh, perfect. Nailed it. Alright. Unload. Wuss. We've got enough experience, you can get a new driver rank. Every rank provides new options regarding vehicle and add-on purchasing. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. Every contract will give you money and experience. Watchtowers give you experience. XP allows you to unlock new driver ranks. Cool. You can track your progress with down. Bridge repaired. Great job. Now we got to go find the garage. Oh, that's me. I'm Scarlet. Oh, right. Okay, so there's your percentage complete. 4%. Well, we're getting there. Contracts complete. Oh, these will be all the Michigan contracts. Oh my god. But that's just the contracts. There's a whole thing on like side. You go tasks and that as well. Get to the garage. Well, if we were to check here, garage is all the way over there. I think we might take this road here. Prepare for the unexpected, okay? There's something to be said about trying to run momentum as well with your truck. And sort of just thunder over some bogs sometimes. Oh, come on. All this marshy farmland. There's a car out there. We could probably tow that out and claim it. Now remember this, the farm. I think that's got some sort of some resource there that you can get. Oh, that looks wet. Oh, that's not so bad. Here we go, here's the garage. Oops. And there's a truck we can claim. Garage discovered. Done so far is what you've done so far is the meat of the game. Explore and discover watchtowers, complete contracts. Now let's get inside. Okay. Contract complete. Move to garage. Yes, so this is where you store trucks and that sort of stuff. You don't have to complete everything in this area. We can go to another area. We've also got slots. There's also a way that you can sort of slot trucks into the garage so that when you move regions, they come with you, right? If you leave a truck out in the open world, it stays in that part of the open world. So there are limitations on the tools that you can sort of bring with you across borders. So it's just really, really cool. Leave garage. I'm not allowed to leave the garage. Global map. Truck store. Truck storage. Oh my god, look at this. All these DLC trucks. No active truck. Please travel to Alaska for the tutorial. Aha, right. Global map, Alaska. There we go. Travel out there, slip around on the ice. Go to the truck storage to see how it works. You can now deploy your retained vehicle. did I not retain it? Active truck, no active truck. I might have messed up here. Hang on. Objects. Garage entrance. Gonna travel back. Oh, there you go. Well, hey, look, it worked in the end. Yeah, so I didn't actually store the truck for transport. Anyway, cool. Well, there you go. Bit of SnowRunner. Very cool. Check it out yourself. It has more content that you can complete in a lifetime. It's actually wild how much is in here, and it's just really quite good fun. Let me know if you want to see some more on the channel. Otherwise, I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.